Ocoopa have kindly sent me their MagTwins hand warmer for review, so I'm going to take a look at that today. Let's unbox it and see what it looks like. Okay, take a look in the box. So there are the two hand warmers. They did have a little bag around them, which I've removed just for ease of unboxing. I've been using these for a couple of weeks. So you get two units, which is different from a lot of hand warmers. Now these magnetically attach to each other, like that. You just have to sort of reverse them, otherwise they repel each other. So that's pushing away, and there we go. Stick to each other. There's a fair amount of magnetism there, keeping them stuck together. So if we take a look at each of them, they're 500 milliamp hour batteries in each one, so that's 10,000 altogether. Both of them can be used to charge another device using the old USB-A port, and there's a USB-C charging port there that allows you to charge each of them individually. So there's a rubber seal on here where you have the charging ports. Now this can get in the way a little bit when you're taking it out of your pocket. That can brush up against the inside of your pocket and just come loose. But in general, over the last 2 weeks, I've actually found that fine. Maybe it'll see wear and tear over the years, but it's not like they're water sealed or anything like that. So I guess actually you could just take that off if you're not too bothered. I've got another hand warmer where the ports are exposed. I've not had a problem with that, and I've had it years. Around the other side, nothing of note. It's just another cover. I don't think there's anything under there. Just some screws. So nothing on that one to see. And then you've got the power buttons on here. So if you just double tap, that will give you the battery level. And then if you press and hold for about a couple of seconds, it will turn them on. And you can see that we've got a heat level there of 1, and just pressing it like that, go through the heat levels. And back to 1. So heat level 4 means that it will be constantly heating the device. Heat level 1 means that it will come on for a bit and then turn itself off a bit and continue in that cycle. And I guess the further you go up, the more often it will turn on to heat the device. It's not like it's a thermal cutoff where it reaches a certain temperature and then stops at that temperature. We can actually see that happening on a thermal imaging camera. Turns on for a little bit and then turns off for a little bit, and you can see that happening on both of the units. You can actually use this as a single hand warmer, like that. So put your hands around them, but I've generally been disconnecting them and then having them in each hand like so. And that's been pretty good actually. The plastic side here isn't heated, so you generally sort of have it around there so that your fingers wrap around it and try and get some benefit from your thumb coming around there. You do feel that edge. I thought it'd be worse than it is, but you can feel it, just dig it in ever so slightly, but in general they're really comfy to hold. The finish on this is really nice. I can't see this really getting scratched. My old one had a black coating on it, and that's got scratched over the years, but this is brushed aluminium, and yeah, it looks really nice. You can get it in a few different colours, so check the listing. But in general, they look great and they feel well built. Like I say, there are charging ports for other devices. That's about a 2 amp output. Don't expect it to do fast charging or anything like that with your devices, but as an emergency charge into a phone, it should be absolutely fine. Now, for the USB-C charging, I have found that it doesn't work with my USB-C cables that go straight into a USB-C wall adapter, but it works absolutely fine if you're using the supplied cables. So I haven't gone further into the box, but they supply 2 cables here. So we've got USB-A on one side and USB-C on the other. These work absolutely fine if you're putting that into a standard old style USB-A charger. What else do you get? Small manual telling you about the power usage, how to turn it on, and the different power levels. And you get a little pouch to put them in. But really, I think realistically, you're going to be shoving these as is into your pocket and then get them out when you need them. It's been really useful to use a thermal imaging camera to see how the temperature varies over time. It's reached a maximum of 48 degrees over 7 minutes in my kitchen, which was about 15 to 16 degrees. Obviously that's a bit warmer than it would have been outside. I found that on walks where it's been a temperature of about 5 degrees, that it's felt really nice and warm and comfy, and that's on level 4. I'm thinking now that I might actually be able to notch that down to maybe level 2, and then that will be better on the batteries because it's not warming constantly. If we have a look at the graphs of the heating time, you can really see that it ramps up very quickly, a lot better than my old hand warmer, which admittedly is many years old, and maybe that's something to do with the battery not being quite as good as it used to be. But certainly this hand warmer by Ocoopa is really good at heating up quickly, reaching 34 degrees after a minute, and then getting up to 39 and so on. So you can see that temperature curve on the graph there. My old single hand warmer was about 133 grams, and these are 113 each, so that's 226 grams altogether. Now I thought that would have been quite bulky in my pocket, but it's not so bad at all. And I really do like the fact that you can use one in each hand and you're not having to swap the hand warmer from one hand to the other all the time like I was doing. The price for this is about £40, which maybe feels a little bit on the high side, but given the fact that you've got 2 units essentially for the price of one, and that rapid heating time, a good build quality, actually that's not bad value. One of the things that I would like to have seen is a way to charge the units whilst they're together, instead of having to open up the charging ports on both and then attach 2 cables. I'd rather have just attached one cable and then maybe have some pogo pins or something like that, so that when they're connected together, the power delivery from one of them transfers into the other, so that you've only got one cable running into it. That's only a minor quibble there. You'll end up charging them separately. And it does mean that you can have one of the units maybe doing an emergency charge of your phone and use the other one to warm your hands up. So I can certainly recommend these. They feel really good. They're well built. I love the fact that you can have one in each hand without having to swap the device from one hand to the other all the time. I like the fact that they click together like that, and then you can stick it in your pocket. You're not going to lose them that easily. They certainly heat up rapidly, and they have a higher temperature than my current hand warmers. So yeah, overall, very much recommend these. Hope this video helped. Please let me know in the comments if you've got any questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.